maybe go somewhere closer. And that was also not something I was going to do. I was like, I'm gonna go as far away as possible. I love y'all, but I'm just gonna go for it. And cold, really, definitely cold. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Breaking Barriers, Couch Talks, and Success Stories. I'm your host, Janique, and this is a space where we get real and celebrate the incredible stories of resilience, creativity, and determination. Tonight, we're honored to be joined by some remarkable individuals, past and present international students. We're here to learn from their journeys, hear the lessons they've learned, and celebrate the beauty of Black resilience and creativity. So let's jump right into the conversation. Let me introduce our incredible panelists. Panelist one, could you introduce yourself, please?
Hey guys, so my name is Daniel. I am originally from Ghana, born in Ghana, raised in Qatar.
Hi guys, my name's Deandra. I'm from Barbados and I've been here about 2 years now.
Hi, my name is Janelle. I'm 21 and I'm from Jamaica.
Okay, thank you guys for introducing yourself. So I want to get right into it and ask you why you decided to study abroad and one word that sums up your journey so far.
So I would say my parents were the main reason. Specifically, my dad. He always wanted to give us the opportunities that he never had,
Yeah.
in the sense of having an education in a whole different country. So my parents were more or less the foundation and reasons for why I decided to come here. One word I would describe my journey is perseverance.
Yes, yes, I love that word.
Um, well, the reason I came here, somewhat similar to him in regards to opportunity. I did feel as though being here would open up a few more doors for me than they would back home at the time. And for my journey, the word I would use is experience because it's definitely been a learning experience, happy, sad. I think experience just is kind of all encompassing of what it has been for me.
Yes, that's so true.
I decided to study abroad because my sister was here. And to sum up my journey, I'd say trying and cold, really.
Definitely cold. Let's talk about some of the challenges of being an international student. It's not always easy adjusting to a new country, a new culture, and for some of us, even a new language. So let's start with you, Daniel. Can you share one moment where you felt like, you know what, this is hard, and how did you find the strength to keep going?
Yeah, I would say making friends was the hardest. I consider myself an extrovert, so I was thinking that making friends would be a piece of cake.
Yeah.
I've initially thought the other aspects would be hard, but making friends was quite a challenge because I came during COVID where classes were online and you don't really know any students. You go on campus, it's kind of like a desert, it's
Mhm.
empty. So, having been in that situation, it was what kept me going was I know who I am as a person. I know that I love meeting people. I know that I'll make friends eventually.
Yeah.
And having that sort of understanding that hey, it's COVID. COVID is the reason, no, not me. And what kept me going is that I think I sort of understood the value of having people around you and having friends, especially when you're in a different city. Friends can really help you assimilate into the
Mhm.
system. So yeah, I guess it was just knowing that what I can make friends is just the circumstances around me are preventing me to. And when summer came along and then a new semester came along,
Yeah.
I was able to.
That's great. Thank you for sharing. Same question for you, Deandra.
In terms of difficulties, well, beyond the weather, well, I'm from the tropics, so that was definitely a trying time for me. But um, I'm not an extrovert. I have a very small circle, and I think trying to adapt to kind of like starting over, that was kind of hard for me. And what the driving force in me was my family.
Yes.
we're very close, and is knowing, I don't know, for me, is having the comfort of knowing that if something doesn't work out, I do have like a backup. I have
Yeah. You have them.
support,
Yes, you have them
you
to
know?
rely on.
Because initially when I got here, it was such a struggle even to just find housing. And then to meet people, it was a trying time, but my family was very present for me and they definitely helped me through it.
One of my biggest difficulties so far is like making that connection with others because
Yes.
I have social anxiety
Yes.
and my program is like very demanding
Yeah.
and not being able to, I feel like I can't ask like my other classmates or my teachers for help. But what keeps me going is like knowing why I chose that program,
Yes.
what my end goal
Mhm.
is, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. Thank you for sharing, guys. To anyone watching who might be going through something similar, what advice would you give to them?
I would say understanding yourself. I think in my case, in terms of making friends, understanding your strengths and weaknesses. You know, like okay, maybe I know that I'm out there. I love going to events, so that was kind of like my anchor. Was okay. Let me just go to different events there and there and see what it is. But understanding what works for you and what doesn't work for you, it's very pivotal, especially when you're trying to, especially coming into a different country, you know, understanding what works for you and what doesn't work for you can really take you a long place. Because if you're an introvert and you're going to the biggest party on campus, it wouldn't really help you in any way. It might just make you even more isolated. But it could be starting small, like going to a small campus event, a board game event. You know, taking it step by step is what I would say. You know, the small steps count.
Thank you.
Um, the advice I would give, in my family, we always say this saying, this too shall pass. And it kind of speaks to, in the moment, it kind of feels like that's all it's going to be. It's forever going to be hard, or you're going to suffer, whatever it is that you're going through, because you're living it, you're in
Yes.
that moment. It
Yes.
feels as though that's all it will ever
Yeah.
be. But everything's for a season. Things are going to get better. You're going to make friends. Your program's going to come to an end. You're going to get that job, that car. You know,
Yes.
it's kind of just to ride that wave, be present in it, work through it, and it's going to pass. You're going to be fine.
Thank you. That's a really great mantra to have.
So I think something that's been important for me to like remember most of the time is to like not overthink things
Yes.
and understand that like my teachers aren't out to get me, my classmates aren't out to get me.
Yes.
Keeping that in mind when you feel
Mhm.
nervous.
Now let's talk about breaking barriers. Each of you have achieved something truly remarkable and amazing. Daniel, I'll start with you. Tell us about one milestone you're really proud of.
I would say starting my own business. That's one of the biggest milestone. I I think it came from being a student myself and seeing the hardships they go through, the highs and lows they go through. It really inspired me into starting a business that can again support it. And by the way, it's just a laptop rental, so it helps you to rent out laptops. Right, it's Deets Techland.
Oh, that's great. Congratulations on your
Thanks.
business.
Congrats.
Thanks.
um, my biggest milestone, I don't know. I guess graduating. I
That is a
don't
great
know.
milestone. That
Yeah, I
is a
guess
huge milestone.
completing. Like last year, because it was a pretty good year for me. A lot happened. I graduated. I got a job. I got a car. I feel as though I was able to take quite a few things off of my vision board.
Yes.
Yeah, I think graduating was my biggest milestone for last year. Yeah.
That's great. Congrats on your
Thank
graduation.
you.
I'd say my biggest milestone is actually moving here.
Yes.
So like leaving behind my family, my pets, my friends, the sun,
And
and coming over here.
Yeah.
So to actually build the courage to do that,
Yes.
I feel good.
Yeah. Congrats on making the move.
Mm.
That's a big step. Thank you guys for sharing. Congratulations on all your huge, huge milestones. You're never too small. As we reflect on everything you shared, let's talk about resilience. We know that the journey isn't always smooth, it's almost never smooth.
Yeah.
So, Daniel, I'll start with you. What's the biggest lesson you've learned about resilience that continues to guide you today?
Honestly, I would say that it pays off. Like it pays off in many ways. Either it makes you mentally, emotionally, physically stronger. It pays off, and it becomes a part of your story where you can tell someone else, that hey, I went through this, I did this, and I don't know. It's just an amazing feeling that, oh, I can't believe I was going through this thing and I made it through.
Yeah.
Whether it's a small situation or a big situation, it just pays off.
Yes. That's great.
Perseverance is key. If you put your mind to it and push through, you will persevere. So you'll build up that resilience. You might not have the level that you need, but you'll get there. And yeah.
Resilience has been a big theme in my life since last year. Like with all the changes that were being made, um, to get the student visa to come here and study.
Mhm.
Like I was very pessimistic at times, so I really thought I wasn't going to reach here. But I proved that I'm stronger and I'm smarter than I thought I was. So
Yes.
That's great.
Thank you guys for sharing that with me today. We've heard some incredible stories tonight, and I know our audience is just as inspired as I am by these lovely individuals. Let's open the floor for questions. Whether you're watching live or in person, we'd love to hear from you.
I'm audience, and my question is for the panel and the host. So I've been listening to everybody's story so far, and claps. We love to see it. My question is, what does redefining success look like to you? Thank you.
I would say redefining success for me is about breaking generational curses and doing things that I've always been scared of doing, even do it scared because at the end of the day, the time gonna pass anyway. So it's either you do it or you just sit and watch the time pass by. Even coming here to study, it was like a huge learning curve for me because no one in my family has ever left to go study, especially at the age of 20. Everyone was just like, are you sure? Do you want to go? And I'm like, yeah, I want to go. And it was just like, maybe go somewhere closer. And that was also not something I was going to do. I was like, I'm going to go as far away as possible. I love y'all, but I'm just going to go for it. And even landing here was nerve wracking, but the life I've built for myself and the growth that I've seen, the personal growth, professional growth that I've seen in the 3 years that I've been here, I say that is success to me.
I would say, I think right now in this generation, you can see success is if you have the best job, if you have the best this, or if you're at a certain position in life. But I would say redefining success is going after opportunities that were never there for you, as well as creating opportunities for yourself. At times, I think we're always looking for the best next thing, but we sort of undermine the skills that we have. We undermine the knowledge that we have, and we remind what we can do and the things and where we can go. So I'll probably say redefining success is going after opportunities that were never there for you, but at the same time creating opportunities that are for yourself, but not only for yourself, for the community around you.
That's a good answer.
Yeah. Heavy on what you said with the breaking generational curses. I feel as though, especially in the Black community, there are a lot of those that we have to work through.
It's a lot.
Redefining success for me, honestly, my ultimate goal is happiness. Like that is success to me. Like being in a place with my family. Like my parents always said, our job is to make sure that you're better than us.
Yeah.
And I want to ensure that whether I have children or not, or my sister has kids, like I want the next generation to be better than me. I'm working to put myself in a position that I that brings me joy, like financially, emotionally, like traveling, career, whatever it is. I just want to be happy in
Yes.
what I've done for myself and future generations. So that's building generational wealth, putting ourselves in a position where we're not as dependent on others. I feel as though that's something as a community we have to work heavy on. If we invest as much time in ourselves as we do into others people's business, I think we'll be a lot better off and happier. So yeah, success to me is being happy, being comfortable,
Yeah.
and happy with the person that you are. Yeah.
Hmm. Thank you. That's interesting.
So redefining success for me is having your own measurements for what you have achieved and not like comparing your achievements to others because not everyone has the same obstacles. Like celebrating all your little goals. I think that's success to me.
Wow, what a conversation. This was a
Yeah.
great eye opening conversation. Thank you guys so much for sharing your journeys, your wisdom, and your hearts with us today. Your stories remind us of the power of resilience, the beauty of individuality, and the importance of community. To our audience, thank you for tuning in to Breaking Barriers, Couch Talks, and Success Stories. We hope you leave here feeling inspired and embrace your own path no matter the obstacles. And don't forget, we'll be back here on February 18th with more incredible stories from talented individuals who are breaking barriers in their own ways. Until then, keep striving, keep thriving, and keep celebrating your unique journey. I'm your host, Janique. Good night. Happy
Happy
Black
Black
History
History
Month.
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 Thank you so
Right.
much. Okay, my last question, very important and relevant to what's happening tonight. Is it plantain or plantain?